today this is the first day, actually second day of DCS, and we are gonna try the second training lesson. So let's try out training lesson. So now we have to go basic flight controls and navigation. Let's start it. Going. So this is our DCS plane, the Su-25T. The thing is loading up. हर चीज लोड अप हो रही है. Oh my god bro, मैं लिटरली उर्दू में बोलना था, लेकिन ठीक है अभी मैं इंग्लिश में बोल लेता हूँ पूरे टाइम. सो अभी हम इंग्लिश. ये क्या है? पता नहीं क्या है, अजीब सी चीज़ है कोई. नॉन थ्रेट्स वेदर threat है ही नहीं.
Welcome to this lesson on the basic flying and navigation of the Su-25T. This lesson will teach you how to get from point A to point Z and all points in between. I currently have the lesson in active pause. If you wish, you can turn on cockpit lighting by pressing L. Your airspeed is indicated in the top left corner of the HUD. The horizontal line below your altitude in meters is indicated in the top right corner of your HUD. And R to the right indicates it is radar altitude, or height above ground, but not barometric, height above sea level altitude. The smaller number above is your desired barometric altitude for that leg of the route. You'll probably notice a circle in the center of the HUD. This provides you course steering to the next waypoint. By flying the aircraft to align the circle in the center of the bank and pitch indicator in the center of the HUD, you will reach your next destination in the bottom center of your. Ahead of you are a series of gates. Note that when you pass through a gate, the next one's sequence will become larger if it's rather far away. If you get too fast, reduce the throttle and toggle your air brakes by pressing B. Over G. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to navigate to an airfield and land on it. There are three navigation modes that we'll be using: en route, return to base, and landing. These submodes are selected automatically at appropriate points along the assigned flight path, but they can also be cycled manually. In this lesson, we'll use the automatic method. I currently have the lesson paused as I explain some of the final points. Press the spacebar to continue. What we'll learn in this lesson is how to navigate to a waypoint using en route mode, switch to return mode automatically, and then switch to landing mode automatically. We're currently in en route mode, as indicated in the bottom left corner of the HUD. This mode allows us to fly from waypoint to waypoint sequence automatically, as we did in the prior navigation lesson. However, in this lesson, we'll try manual selection. Our current waypoint is 0, our starting point, as indicated in the bottom right corner of the HUD, with a range of 0. Press left control. Good. You will now see that waypoint 1 is selected with a range of 8.6 kilometers. Press left control and tilde again to select waypoint 2. waypoint 2 is 15.5 kilometers from us. As we learned in the prior lesson, we can see the direct heading to the waypoint is indicated by the yellow arrow on the HSI, and the twin white arrows indicate our path to fly the course line. Directly above the HSI is the Attitude Director Indicator, or ADI. This is a sphere with one hemisphere white and one hemisphere black. In the center of the ADI is a white aircraft symbol. This aircraft symbol stays stationary in pitch, but will rotate as you maneuver and roll. The ADI ball will move in pitch in relation to the aircraft symbol. When the aircraft symbol center is over black, your nose is below the horizon. If the aircraft symbol center is over white, your nose is pointing above the horizon. Press the space bar to continue. In the center of the ADI are two yellow lines that help assist you reach the waypoint below the course line. The course line is a direct line between two waypoints. The vertical will first need to intercept the course line between waypoints 1 and 2. Note that the ADI steering bars and the HUD navigation circle provide us the same information. Fly the aircraft to center the ADI steering bars by adjusting the pitch and roll to keep the bar centered on the ADI. Or you can fly to keep the navigation circle on the HUD in the very center of the pitch and bank indicator. The choice is yours. Also remember that the assigned airspeed and altitude for the waypoint are indicated as smaller digits above your current airspeed and altitude. Fly to waypoint 2.
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
Mission failed. Press escape